Are you ready now?
I am so ready.
I have an idea. I think that we should record a podcast today, and it should be the best podcast in the history of the world.
I just assume because we're two awesome people, they're all awesome.
It's more like a self-fulfilling prophecy. If we say that they're awesome, and if we say that we are two awesome people, they will be, and we will be.
Thank God we didn't call it like two turds.
It's the power of positive thinking, otherwise known as delusional. But I have a good feeling that today will be strong.
What's giving you this feeling?
Blind optimism.
You never have blind optimism, though.
It might be hunger induced.
You're blacking out because you are just starving.
Yeah, it's a great way to make me agreeable. What do you want to talk about today?
Well, first off, before we jump into it, we are on social media. Kelly and I
are?
Surprise, you're on social media. Your face is all over YouTube.
It's everywhere.
No, we are on TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. And Kelly and I have never had any social media. So this is totally a new one for us.
It's new and it's different. And I don't like new and I don't like different. But, we're trying to join the masses.
Here we come. Two awesome people with full force.
We're coming at ya.
Welcome to Two Awesome People. I'm Don. That one over there that's laughing because this is so ridiculous is Kelly.
It's just funny because it's like we're never going to actually talk about anything. Well, so everybody listening, you're listening to a podcast called Two Awesome People. And it's a conversation between myself, Kelly, and my husband, Don.
What if it was a conversation with you and just you?
I mean, then you would be listening to the rantings of an insane person. I might just call it the rantings of an awesome person.
Oh, that's a good title, Kelly.
That will be my spinoff.
When you and I get in a fight and we can't handle this anymore, you're going to spin this off and just call it the rantings of an awesome person?
When you and I fall into some creative differences and we split up from this podcasting relationship, then yes, everybody can look out for that. I'm just kidding. That won't happen.
I'm just kidding, but I've already taken the domain name and the Instagram's taken, so... But no, I'm kidding. I would never do that.
So now, can you tell me what we're going to talk about, please?
Well, on Two Awesome People today, we are going to chat about simplifying your life.
So simplifying your lives, meaning what exactly?
I was waiting for you to respond to say, we don't need to simplify our lives, Don. We have super simple lives.
I actually am always in favor of simplifying anything. So even if we have a simple life, it could probably be made even easier.
That's true. I could shave my head.
Everything in life can be dumbed down just a little.
Everything in life can be dumbed down just a little.
Yeah, I think so. What do you mean?
When does it go too far? When does it become too dumb?
I mean, if food is pre-chewed, then I think so.
You've gone too far.
Yeah, it's sort of like, you could buy an apple at the store or you can buy a pre-cut apple. Dumb it down just a little. Take the seeds out. Remove the core. It's dumbed down. I love to declutter, which is like a simplifying act, right?
Physically.
But then also you can simplify like your mental load.
You could simplify all sorts of stuff. You could declutter like your house. You could declutter your mental load to become stress-free. You can digitally declutter because, man, like I look at my phone and there's about 10,000 apps on it.
Oh, the digital one is interesting. Oh, so that's like your emails. I am probably one of the worst people at that. I run out of storage space because I am so apprehensive to delete emails that I think I'm going to need to come back to.
Then she's like, I need more storage. And I have to figure that one out.
Buy me a cloud so that I can put this somewhere.
You need your own cloud, Kelly's cloud. That and photos, it ruins your computer.
I'm convinced that every photo that I take will be treasured by future generations, and I don't want to get rid of them.
And every artwork that our kids have will also be put in a museum for generations to look back and be like, man, those kids were brilliant.
Okay, I'll tell you one thing. That is not true. Not every piece of artwork they make is one to treasure. I'm actually very good about not keeping a lot of those, but the photos, for real, I am convinced that future generations of our family will look back on the photos with love and admiration. That's what I'm
I,
going for.
I could understand that.
But back to decluttering and simplifying, I think that I am good at, I will own this with a badge of honor. I am good at decluttering physical items. I am all for getting rid of things.
When you say physical items, are you going to declutter like me?
No, you're not a physical item, Don. You're a person.
You know what?
No,
I need to declutter my life. Let's get rid of this asshole.
no, like old toys, clothes, like furniture, anything. Then I actually enjoy going to like family members' houses and seeing the things that we got rid of and how it's like appreciated and has a new life in a new home.
We dump our junk on them.
Dawn always thinks that it's like trash, like we're putting trash onto people, but it's not. We have moved past it, but that doesn't mean that it's trash.
Someone's trash is another man's treasure.
I'm saying that it's not trash. It's just trash to us. No, I'm just kidding. It's not.
Yeah.
When it comes to decluttering like physical items, like cleaning out of closet, I feel that it's like a mental cleanse also. Our things can weigh us down. If you have too much stuff, if you're like dusting things that aren't meaningful or functional for you, it just sort of like bogs you down. And so to go through it helps you prioritize what is important to you or what you want to keep. Maybe you'll find something and it will trigger a revived interest in something. Or you'll just get rid of it and you'll lose weight mentally, emotionally, and then also physically because you'll get rid of something. Look at all those things that it takes care of.
Holy shit. It's the end of life's problems right there.
All you have to do is clean out a closet. That's all you have to do. Yeah.
You know what I found when I was cleaning out the closet? My umbilical cord.
That's true. Your mom did save that.
When stuff needs to be decluttered, don't
That was
save the
like-
umbilical cord.
That was one of the more horrifying things I've ever found in an envelope.
Dawn's umbilical cord.
Yeah, it got thrown away.
Going back to what you said,
I mean, you really let me just go. You
it
just let
was
me ramble.
it was full of really, really good advice. It's a mental lift.
I called it your mental load, but I don't really know the best term for it.
Your mental load. Should you ejaculate your mental load?
If that's what you need to call it to get behind the activity, then fine. But no, that's not what I call it.
I'm going to go ejaculate my mental load.
God.
How do you know when it's time to declutter?
I do it sort of seasonally before Christmas, at the start of summer, if there's like a big life event, or if you have to clean out a room, if you're changing the function of a space in your house, stuff like that.
I go to my parents' house where there's 20,000 DVDs and 10,000 children's books. And
I could go crazy Tasmanian devil at your parents' house. Like I would do wonders there.
Kelly's going to go crazy Tasmanian devil.
My mom has been a very big proponent of cleaning things out. In the back of her mind, at least this is what she says, she doesn't want to leave us, her children, with needing to go through everything.
So dark.
I know, but it's true.
She's not that old.
She's not. But my attitude is kind of like, whatever motivates you, then great.
When is a junk drawer just become junk?
Oh, I organize the junk drawer a lot
Why even have a junk drawer?
because you have junk. That where else would it go? What inevitably happens is the junk drawer absorbs things that it's not supposed to do. This is a good place to keep a flashlight. Maybe I'll put 2 little flashlights here and somehow they multiply. And there's 5 flashlights.
You know what happens when you have 2 flashlights and you put them together in a dark drawer? They make more flashlights.
I did not know that that happens, Don.
That's what happens with you and I.
I always like to simplify things.
I like a simplified wardrobe.
Your wardrobe is very simplified. I would call your fashion sense practical.
Oh, basic.
Because no, practical is not basic. That is,
Oh.
those are 2 different things.
Tell me the difference.
Well, basic is like beginner
Boring.
level. Yeah.
Got it.
It's like, don't even
Lame.
bother. Yeah.
Stupid.
But practical is like functional and
Works all the time.
yeah, and it's good.
It's good.
Yeah.
Your wardrobe, Dawn, is good.
No, it is. It's good. Highly functional.
Wonderful.
It is wonderful, Dawn. Way to go.
I like the visual simplification of things. If there's a ton of clutter, it's okay as long as it's not visually present.
If I know that a cabinet is not organized well or has too much stuff, it is sort of like this ticking time bomb where I'm like, I have to take care of that.
You just have nightmares about opening the cabinet and everything falling out.
It's funny too because you can't even see it. Like nobody would come over and be like, oh, I bet the closet in your guest room is a nightmare. But I feel like the house is a mess. It's so embarrassing.
When I go over to people's houses, I go through their closets. It's like Steve Martin and Father of the Bride.
You aged yourself pretty good. Wow, he's referencing movies that are 30 years old.
So if I reference Casablanca, am I now 80 years old?
You could reference Casablanca and I wouldn't even know it because I've never seen it and I know nothing about it. You could be like, that closet is so cluttered, it's like a polka dotted zebra. And then you could be like, Casablanca reference.
My reference from Casablanca goes, I love you, I love you, I love you.
I know what that's from.
Casablanca.
Yeah, totally. And then they spoofed it in Elf. Is
Yeah.
that it? Yeah.
Totally. They were ripping off Casablanca. Elf pulls heavily from Casablanca.
No idea.
Now you know.
Wow. Thank you. I'm so enlightened. Let's do a word association, Dawn.
Let's do a word association, Kelly.
I'm going to give you a word. Are you ready? Okay. Clutter.
Yikes.
Oh, interesting. So it elicits an emotion.
I think the word itself kind of sounds nasty. Clutter. Ugh. Gross.
When I think of clutter, I just think of mess. That's all.
Right.
Yeah.
I think a mess is different, though.
Yes.
You can clean up a mess. It might need a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Clutter hits you and you don't even realize it. All of a sudden, it's like, wow, what is all this crap around? It's a slow build before you realize, wow, this is clutter.
Things can be put away and be cluttered at the same time. Whereas,
What?
yes.
I don't know what you're talking about. You're talking gibberish now.
Let me explain, and I'll talk slowly.
Real slow, please.
I'll use small words. I think that we should talk about simplifying things in your life just in terms of like your to-do list, as opposed to the need to simplify the physical items in your world.
You want to go on to something else.
Well, I think that we're focusing on a small area of simplification and we could go bigger.
I agree. That's why I started the episode with this could be 5 different episodes.
Well, let's try to do it in one episode. I'm trying to make this the best podcast in the history of podcasts.
Oh. Okay, you won me over. I'm so on board. Take us. You guide us, Kelly.
Okay, so We've discussed the importance of physical simplification, just decluttering, cleaning what you have, going through things, evaluating your interests, what's important to you, and just getting rid of what isn't,
And you
right?
really even explained why.
Well, yeah,
Like,
you have to cleanse. It's a cleanse
cleanse.
of both your house and your brain and your heart. No, I'm just kidding. I think that what is probably the most important way of simplifying your life has to do with just your work and your day to day activities. Don't you agree, Don?
I think you need to keep going.
I don't know the right word for what it is that I'm trying to say. So, what I'm doing is I'm doggy paddling until
Got
it
it.
comes to me.
So, what I think you're trying to say is that simplifying your life in terms of how you schedule, what you schedule versus simplifying your physical space, you're saying simplifying your
Yeah.
calendar.
But I think it's more than just your calendar. I think that you were right when you said commitments and responsibilities. I think that sometimes people just take on more than they need to. And so then it's sort of a struggle to recognize that maybe you've done that and then shed a little bit of that responsibility.
Mm.
Sometimes you can absorb people's stress. So if somebody that you're working with or somebody that you're close to maybe has anxiety or stress over something in their life, it can impact your own. And you have to simplify things and recognize that and maybe detach a little bit and pull back a little bit.
I don't have that. And so I wonder if it's a woman versus a man thing or if I'm just not sympathetic. I understand, I guess, simplifying your responsibilities in terms of we're not going to get a dog because we want to have a simplified responsibility. Society says you need to have a dog. Did you see that? The big air quotes, you need to.
Those were like really big air quotes.
I think that there's societal like pressure to take on a lot. And so to not let that societal pressure weigh on you is important. For those that have dogs and have that companionship,
We hate you.
amazing.
No,
You could stop listening right now. We don't care.
you can go to hell.
Yeah.
I feel like in multiple conversations you and I have had on this podcast, we use the metaphor of a cup and whether or not the cup is full.
Tell me more.
And so I think that simplifying your life in terms of your commitments and your responsibility and your calendar just involves how full your cup is. And I think that there's a natural tendency in adults, especially parents, think, to overfill their cup. Their cup
Cup
runneth
runneth
over.
over.
Yes. God. How do you think it's best to simplify a calendar?
That's a really good question. You need to first recognize that you need to simplify your life. I think you can start to pull back and simplify certain things, such as not committing, saying no at the beginning. Just say no. We don't need to sign little Jimmy up for another basketball season.
Jimmy is the worst.
Little freaking Jimmy.
Simplifying your life is important. If you have clutter, if your calendar is a clutter, if you have no free time, it weighs on you. It affects you emotionally. It's the same as going through a closet and seeing all of your stuff and figuring out what's important to you and what you are interested in and keeping those things. When it comes to your calendar, you do the same thing and you figure out what's important to you and what's meaningful to your family as a whole. And those are the things that you keep, and then you simplify the others.
Kudos to you. That was beautifully put, Kelly. It is simplifying so that your life is filled with things that bring you joy. Boom. She said it at the beginning. This was going to be the best podcast of all podcasts.
I don't know if it lived up to the hype.
No. I can already answer that.
There are some moments in there that are some real nuggets.
Don's top 5 simplifications. Number 1, financial simplification. Too many accounts open, close some accounts.
Do you do that often?
Yes, enough.
So you consolidate, and that's simplifying.
I consolidated. I had a number of different crypto accounts and I closed 5 of them and I only have 1 now. You can have several different bank accounts. I'm going to close 3 of them and we only need 2.
Yeah.
I think 18 credit cards. Let's close 16 of them and once again have 2.
But just to be real here, we don't have 18.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
We kept it simple.
I actually think that this is what we should be talking about. It's much more interesting and responsible and helpful. And shame on you for letting me ramble about things.
What? Said no wife ever to their husbands.
Okay, so continue.
You're welcome.
Financial simplification, it's incredibly important.
Don's number 1. Otherwise, it gets really confusing. This is just boring, though. Don's are boring. Kelly's are more colorful.
No, I think that that's a good one.
Number 2, digital simplification. I think that the streaming services have become ridiculous and it's kind of stressful.
There are services now where you can find out what all your memberships are.
Because you don't even know.
Yeah, some people don't even realize that they're still paying a gym membership and things like that. Yeah.
Simplifying what you have subscribed to. You don't need 8 subscriptions to streaming services. Are you really watching that much? For me, then comes wardrobe. That would be my number 3. Simplifying wardrobe is really important. Harder would be my number 4, which would be the mental kind of simplification of not taking on too much, learning how to say no. And I think that's probably the hardest of them all because that's really changing your habits and learning to say no. Good luck on that one.
Carry on. I want to hear number 5.
Number 5 with me would probably be to simplify your internet use. I think that there is a fine line between being entertained and then all of a sudden being sucked in. And I think that simplifying how I use the internet is dramatically helpful.
If I'm bored somewhere and I happen to be on my phone, then I guess I will inadvertently digitally simplify my life by getting rid of apps or something. But beyond that,
my phone is a freaking mess.
Literally, physically, your phone is a mess.
It's broken into like a million pieces because I refuse to put a case on my phone.
You like to be able to drop it as you please. That's all.
But you know what? Here's to iPhones because the majority of the shatters are all on the back. And I've dropped my iPhone probably 30 times and the front screen is great. So this is an iPhone ad.
Cheers to iPhone.
But I have digital clutter on my desktop.
Yeah, you have a lot going on your desktop. It's a wonder that you can make sense of it all. You're not really a My Documents kind of a guy. You don't put it in like an all-encompassing folder.
Well, that's like shoving it in the closet.
You have a digital closet and I have a physical closet, and it weighs on us in equal ways.
Yes.
Okay.
Look at that. Bring it together. That's why I said this topic is basically 5 topics, because really physical clutter and physical simplification is an entire episode.
I wonder if the drawbacks of being more simple are better, worse, or equal to being too complicated. Do you know what I mean? Like if you oversimplify, how that impacts you.
That's what I was wondering at the beginning when we were talking about the apple. When does oversimplifying become ridiculous?
Do you know, it's funny too, when we were talking about the apple and I was saying it would be oversimplified if it was pre-chewed, I realized while you were talking and my brain was still whirring around that that's basically what applesauce is. So that
that's why I didn't bring up
exists.
applesauce. This is apple you can drink with a straw.
Well, that would be
But
apple juice, Don.
that would be apple juice. I don't buy pre-cut apples. I buy an apple and I bite an apple. And sometimes I like to cut an apple in half.
That was such a valuable tidbit into your preferences, Don. Thank you for sharing that.
Do you keep baby teeth?
Of the kids, yes, I have.
Why?
I know. I know. It goes to your umbilical cord, and it's like, why? I don't know. It just felt like the wrong thing to throw away the first time, and then it just sort of snowballed from there. So it's like I have a baggie.
You know what we should do? And I bet this exists out there, is we should take all the teeth and like align them in order and put them in a frame so that you could see them all, label them like per the tooth number, and then give it to the kid like that so they could just put it on their wall.
I don't understand why you think this exists. That is the weirdest idea I've ever heard.
I'm going to Google. What would you call it? Like baby teeth frame?
Nightmare art project.
Nightmare.
That's what I would name it.
Yeah, they got it.
They're
Oh,
nightmare
yeah.
art projects. Yeah.
Yep. Ooh, yeah. That's creepy as shit.
That is something that you would get if you were doing the opposite of simplifying. And
Or
you
is
were
it simplifying it?
No, it is not simplifying it. No.
Really? You think this is less simplifying than keeping the teeth in a baggie? It's just weird.
Yeah, no. It's just no. Just no.
Instead, your mom just opened her hand and dropped a bunch of teeth in your hand.
Ha! Ha!
All right, Kelly. So let's do our new fun thing, want to love and love. What do you want to love?
I want to love the book that I'm reading because I had read really good things about it online and I don't like it so far. It's called Atmosphere and it is by Taylor Jenkins Reid, who wrote The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, which I really liked. So I thought I would like this. And so far it's not rocking my world.
Well, good luck.
Oh, thanks.
Are you going to keep going on it?
I'm going to continue on this journey and see where it takes me.
So it may become something you loved.
Yeah, it's not looking like it, but we'll see.
The outlook is dim.
Yeah, I mean, it's not likely. Let's hear yours.
I want to love technology again. I'm finding I really dislike technology, and it's not a good thing because it's not going away, and I want to love it like I used to when I was young.
There's a scene in Napoleon Dynamite where the the brother sings a song, I love technology. And it just makes me think of that. It's sort of like saying, I want to be a nerd again, and I just can't. Is there a specific aspect of technology?
Well, I used to love new technology. I would love getting a new computer. I'd love getting a new phone. I would care about the specs and I'd find it really cool.
You also even used to be more into cars, which is probably similar to that, right? Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
It's like all of it does not bring me happiness and I do not love it anymore. And I would love to find a way to love technology again.
I actually heard a conversation about this on another podcast, A Pivot. They were talking about how it used to be very exciting when the iPhone came out or the iPod, and there was like a lot of fanfare and anticipation for these new technological advancements, and there isn't that anymore.
No.
And so it's kind of like, what will it take to bring it back? Have we just like passed through a renaissance and then that's that?
I think people were pretty thrilled about Teslas 8 years ago or so. They were always excited when they got one. Me, not so much. I was like, I'm not getting one. But that's what I'm saying. I truly fell out of love with technology and I wish I would
Right.
love it again because it's so incredibly important.
So what do you love?
I'm excited. I have like 8 of these that
No, you only get one.
I only
and-
get one.
Oh.
Okay. The number one thing I loved, there is a National Toy Hall of Fame. Okay. And the most recent induction into the National Toy Hall of Fame is the stick. And I love that.
A stick? Yeah.
A stick was inducted into the National Toy Hall of Fame. How do you define a stick as a toy?
No, and I don't know why you love that. It's a little troubling.
I think it's awesome. And I do have to say, our kids love playing with sticks.
They're very versatile. It could be a sword. You can poke things with it. It could be a wand. I'm glad that you love that, Dawn.
It made me laugh.
Where is the National Toy Hall of Fame?
How should I know?
Oh, okay. Neat.
What do you love, Kelly? What have you loved? Neat. Neat. Thank you.
You know what? I loved Naked Gun.
Naked Gun was very funny.
I thought that Naked Gun was an utter delight, and I enjoy that Liam Neeson and Pamela Anderson are a couple. That made it even like more enjoyable to watch them, kind of. And yeah, I loved it. I love a good chuckle.
I'm going to extend on that. You know what I loved about that was the theater that we went to was fairly full
Yeah.
and people were laughing out loud together.
Well, Dawn, if they weren't laughing out loud, that movie would have been incredibly uncomfortable to sit through because that's the whole purpose of it.
You're missing my point. My point is that people are enjoying going to the movies and laughing as a community versus sitting at home and watching their Netflix.
You mean going to the cinema?
We are going to go to the cinema and laugh.
You don't need to say it like that. Why? Your go-to like accent is this weird, raspy, like nondescript accent.
It's
very
like Gladiator, you
funny.
know,
I've never seen Gladiator.
or Braveheart.
I've never seen Braveheart.
Well, so sucks for you.
I don't think it does. Yes. It's been lovely conversing with you, Dawn. We could have made it a little bit more simple by having a more firm grasp on the subject. I take blame for that one. But hopefully everybody who listens enjoyed it nonetheless and maybe learned something about something. And we hope you'll listen again.
Thank you, Kelly, and thank you all.
Okay. Good night and good luck.
We could just quote things for the next 20 minutes.
All right. Goodbye.
All right. Merry Christmas to all.